Hello guys, how you all doing? Good myself. Today I want us to try something different. So far we've been doing the likes of gold, US 30, US 100, VIX 75, but today I want us to try the USDZAR. I want us to analyze the structure on USDZAR. I just want to show you that it does not matter which instrument you like. With the knowledge that I'm sharing, you can literally analyze anything. One. So, but if you're interested in the mentorship, because I'm launching the mentorship and we only left the 2 people, because like I already mentioned in my other video that I made yesterday, I said I only want 7 people. So far I've got 5, and once we get to 7, that's when we're going to start with the program. So if you're interested, you just let me know in the comment section, and then we will take it from there. So let's start. So as always, we always start with the highest time frame, which is our monthly time frame. So in the mentorship, even some of the videos that I put here, I showed you how to mark these levels, but sometimes it can be tricky in situations where the candlesticks are just all over the place like that. Unlike here you can see it's very smooth. It's easy for you to place your area of resistance, but here you have to think about it for some time before you can pick the level that you want to draw at. And that's some of the stuff that I'll be teaching in the mentorship program. But as you can see, I picked this level here. I'll be giving the rules as to why we're picking this one over these ones that are here. So I picked this one and the price touched it here, and then it touched it again here, and then it went up and violated the area of resistance, and then it came back. When before violating the area of resistance, it left a trace here, which is, remember I always tell you about it. We can have a swing, we can have our area of support or resistance at the swing or at the valley, or we can even have like a market pause where the price will go and then pause and then continue. So this is also another type of support in this case. And look what the price did. It went up, and then because this very same support is the one that gave us this move, from after forming the support we went up like this, and when we went up like that, we sort of went above this area of resistance, which means this area of support violated that area of resistance, which is what made it to be significant, and it is on monthly. And then the price came back and touched it, and then it went back up. You see, that's how you mark your levels. If you know how to identify the key area of support and the key area of resistance, at least you know that when the price gets to this level, I need to be careful because there's higher chances of it reacting to this level. But if you don't know these areas, you'll be trading anywhere, and sometimes you'll be going against these bigger structures, like you'll be looking to sell somewhere around you because of what you don't know that the prices now reached the key area of support on the monthly chart. You see, so which is why it is important for you to know which levels you need to be, play far away from them. Don't fight them. So now here we can see the price. Someone can ask me that because the price from here, it went up, and then from here it came back down. Why am I not putting this as my opposing area of resistance? Like, why am I not doing it like this? I'm not gonna do it like that because that's not how it's supposed to be. Someone can ask me, why am I not putting it here as the opposing area of resistance? But that's not correct. The reason being that, like I always tell you, when you are marking the area of resistance or area of support, once the price moves above it or below it, you need to understand that that level does not exist anymore. Yes, this was a nice area of resistance. If you had managed to get nice areas to buy from here, when the price gets there, you exit. You don't predict that it's going to be broken. That's not how we run. When it gets there, you exit, and then you look for trades in the opposite direction. And you can see that from there, the price did come back to here. As you can see, this candlestick here. I hope you can see what I'm talking about. I'm talking about this candlestick. From there, we came back to here. You can see the price did react to that before going up, and now the price went above it, which means this area of resistance does not exist anymore. It's no longer our nearest opposing structure because of what it has been violated. And I always tell you that when an area of resistance is violated, because always we need the area above and the area below. So if this one is violated, you need to move back up and look for the next one, which is the one that you're going to shift this and put it up there, ne? So now it comes the question, Noguchi, is the opposing one around here? Is it around here, or like where is it? Is it around here? or what? Where is it? You can say it's up there, but not, to be honest, I feel like there's something happening here. Something happening here. I'm not sure if you agree with me. This is not a smooth move. This here, this area, this is not smooth at all. You can see the price did have like a strong bar to the to the downside. That's what we want. These candlesticks like these are the ones that we want. But when you have like a strong candlestick and then we sort of pause and move sideways and then continue with strong candlesticks, this is definitely a pause. There's a market pause there, but it's difficult for us to draw it because of what these candlesticks, they're just around the same level. But we'll just try and put it where we possibly can. So I can put it from here and then to there. I can put it like that and say this is the nearest area of resistance. Now that the one that we had has been violated, we have to move up and look for the next one. So that's the area of resistance, and then which means this one, because it has been violated, we have to remove it from the chart. But you can you will see that I still have like a horizontal line there, or I used it like a trend line, but I put it horizontal. So I still have that line. Someone can ask me like, why do I have that? And if the price, we're saying the price has violated the area of resistance, why do I still have that? I'm interested to see what is happening here. You need to understand that just because the price went above that level does not mean the level is completely out, right? Because remember, sometimes the price can just go up and shoot it like that, but come and close inside and fail to continue. That's where most people will be talking about what do you call this, market manipulation, stop hunt and stuff like that. So I'm interested to see that after breaking this level, how is the price gonna react? Is it gonna continue until it hits the opposing one, or is just gonna struggle to break that and then go down? So we can see so far, because remember the candlestick that broke that level was this one here, but it failed, it closed below. The next candlestick tried and even went above it, but it's still playing below. You can see that yes, we broke this level, but we are really struggling to keep our thing and play above it. So which means now on weekly, I hope you'll agree with me, the high was here and then now we made a higher high, which means if you want to put your trend line on, it's not weekly, it's the monthly. On monthly, it will be here. Again, if you're interested to see how we actually draw the trend line, there are videos that I made on this channel where I was showing you how to actually do this, how to draw this trend line. So the trend line is somewhere here. So let's now check our weekly. So monthly, we are done. We can see the price is just approaching that the resistance there at the top, which is this one. But currently the resistance that was broken, we are failing to close above it. Then the nearest area of support is still here, but you can see there's a pause here, but we don't yet have enough gap, so you can put it there, but we don't have enough spaces yet. But if the price is to come here, and then when it's coming back, this will be the nearest area of support, so we'll be bouncing in between the two. So let's now move to weekly and check what is happening on weekly. You should be able to say these things out and with confidence. So my network is acting up. Let me just pause it a bit. All right, now we have our weekly chart. So this is how the weekly looks like. And then remember, this one I just do it on monthly. I was showing you that there's something cooking there at on the monthly thing. We broke above, but we're failing to close above. So now let's check what is happening on weekly. On weekly, I marked the thing. I marked the opposing resistance using these candlesticks here. And still someone can ask me, why did I pick these ones specifically and not, because there's a lot of stuff that I could have picked, but I just went for that one. Someone can ask me that, but if you watch the videos that I made as to like how to identify these areas, which how to draw them and stuff like that, you will understand why I picked this one here on top as opposed to the one here at the bottom. But if there's still something that you don't understand, then you can always ask me, or if you're interested in learning more of this stuff, you can always join the the mentorship. So as for the opposing support, because remember we always mark the zone above and the zone below. The zone below would be here. So this is our support. There we have our resistance. that the price is currently playing inside. And in terms of the trend line on weekly, you can put it here. You can put it like this and say the weekly trend line is here. So maybe if the price, let's say if the price was to go up like this, to go up like that and break that weekly support resistance, and maybe hit that monthly resistance, and then it comes back like that. If this because remember there's a level on monthly, if this area of support is inside the monthly, we can buy it. If not, then we can't buy it. Why? Because the price would be coming back from monthly. We can't fight that monthly with just the weekly, but we can fight that monthly with monthly. So that's what I'm saying. If this weekly is inside monthly, then we can take it because it will be coming from monthly. Now it is hit another monthly. We're expecting some reaction there. But if not, then we're just gonna sit on the sidelines and just watch how it plays out, because we never want to fight the bigger structure. So that is basically all we have on weekly. Now let's check what is happening on daily, so that we can try and connect all these dots together. So we know that on monthly, the price has broken the monthly resistance and it's approaching the next one, but the one that it broke, it's failing to close above. And on weekly, the price is inside the weekly area of resistance, and this also the weekly area of support that we marked. Now let's come to daily, so that we can sort of try and connect all these time frames together. Remember, I always advise you to use more than one time frame to make your decision. You can just watch stuff on daily or on H1 and then make decisions based on that and take trades. It's that's not how you should do it. You need more than one, so that you can check how is the structure on both time frames. So on daily, the daily trend line is here, which is the bullish one, and I'm pretty sure we can find like a daily area of resistance inside that weekly area of resistance that I marked up there. Because remember that zone that is appearing there on top there at the top, it's our weekly area of resistance. So I'm pretty sure if I scroll to the left, I'll find, you see, you can see there's a market pause and stuff like that. So you can pick one of those levels to say I have got my opposing area of resistance, which is inside the weekly area of resistance, which is also around the monthly area of resistance. And another thing that you need to note here on daily is what, this is something that we always go over, we always mention it, which is what, which is this, which is what do you call this, which are rejection candlesticks. So even here, because remember this horizontal line is that one that we marked on monthly, and even here the price is failing to close above. We did penetrate, hit that weekly there at the top, but we are failing to close above. So that's something that sort of the rejection pattern there. But if we form candlesticks like this, or we form what do you call this, the rejection bars, but we fail to close to the other side, then it's pointless. But based on what we are having here, hopefully the price will reject and you can look for trades to the downside. But when you're looking for trades to the downside, remember this daily trend line is not yet broken, meaning if the thing comes down, you can still find your still place your TP around that trend line. But if it gets broken, it means now we will have an area of resistance that broke the trend line, and then area of support will be here. So the price will be bouncing in between the two. Then let's go to the last time frame. I don't want to go too low. So the last time frame we can get, okay, we will look at H4. What's happening on H4? What's happening on H4? So on H4, we can see that the H4 trend line, we can put it where can we put it? You can even start it from here, but it has to go up. It has to go up like that. Or if you are regarding this as a swing, then you can start it from here. It really doesn't look that different. So the trend line is around that area. We had the trend line there, and now it is broken. How was it broken? The price went up there. The highest point we had was this one, which means this is my area of resistance on H4. And this area of resistance, remember, is inside what? The weekly, because remember on weekly we do have what do you call this? We hit the weekly opposing structure, which is the weekly resistance. So this H4 resistance is definitely inside that weekly and is the one that gave us this move that broke the trend line. And again, I hope you'll agree with me when I say that if I zoom in so that you can see what I'm talking about. There was a market pause here when we were going up. There was a market pause here. So meaning that the price started here. Remember, it came down, it started here, went up, pause, went up. So there's a market pause, which means there was area of support here. But now that support is on H4. And the trend line on H4 was still holding when the price hit that support. Now, the question that I have is, were you allowed to buy from that because of what the trend line is holding? I mean, why wouldn't you buy? So that's the question that I have. But the answer would be no, you were not allowed to buy. Why? Because as much as the trend line on H4 is holding and that thing is there, but remember we don't have the price is coming from weekly. Remember, we are hitting weekly here, so we can't try and fight that weekly with the H4. Yes, sometimes the price will try and bounce, but we need to be strict and say that if the price is coming from a higher time frame structure, we don't trade it. We don't trade against that higher time frame structure. And again, this the pause that I marked here, the price went up, pause went up, and when the price came back, the very same move that broke the trend line, it even broke that market pause or that area of support, which means now H4 seems to be pointing to the downside. Why? Because the H4 trend line, the bullish trend line, has been broken, and also the H4 area of support has been broken, which means now if you get a reason to sell within this area of resistance, which is the H4 area of resistance that gave us a move that broke the H4 support and also broke the H4 bullish trend line, that's why I'm gonna give it a chance, so you can try and sell from there. And again, it is inside the weekly. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but once the price is inside here, you can try and search for reversal patterns, and then hopefully it can come and hit this. Remember, this is the daily, trend line, so hopefully it will come to this nice H4 level, which is around the daily trend line. Then you can look to exit from there. But if you don't get a reason to sell, you don't just sell. Why? So that's how you should do it. But here I just wanted to show you that we can try and analyze anything with this strategy and we will still come with trade ideas. So let's just go on this one for fun, which is our H1. But remember, the lower you move, the more structures you're gonna have, and that's why I always try and not go too low so that I don't confuse myself. So in terms of the trend line, it will still be here, it is broken. So if you want to remember, we are trading that H4 area of resistance, which is there at the top, and then on H1, this is where the H1 area of resistance starts. So it's from here up until to the top, so it is inside. So this H1 area of resistance is found inside the H4, which is also found inside the weekly, and this H1 also went down and gave us the break of the area of support and also the trend line, which means if you don't want to trade the bigger H4, you can wait for the price to enter between this and that, which is your H1, and hope that it will come back. So that's what you can expect from this one, and I hope you learned something. And then yeah, I'm gonna end it here, and then I'll see you guys in the next one. But if you're interested in the mentorship, you'll just let me know in the comment section, and then I can teach you stuff like this so that at the end of the day you know how to come up with these setups by yourself. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one, and don't forget to like and subscribe there. Alright, sharp.